My dad died when I was 4 years old, and I was raised by a single mother who was constantly away. So I was raised without much parental guidance or without anybody kind of coming home and asking how my day was. I was constantly seeking out just something in my life to hold on to. Eventually, I turned to drugs and I got lost in it. Before I realized what was happening, I had fallen into a hole that I couldn't get out of. I was headed on a road that was either leading to death or jail. I eventually found myself at school, and I had recently sold some drugs and I was expelled from school. I went to court and a judge gave me a choice. He said, you can either go to Texas Youth Correctional Center or you can go to Medina Children's Home. So when I first got to Arms of Hope, I thought they were all God-absorbed people who had no idea who I was, where I came from, and weren't here to help me. So when I first talked to Troy, he tried to convince me that God existed, that just because I struggled in my life doesn't mean God didn't care. It doesn't mean that he wasn't there for me. And Troy worked with me a lot in realizing that. So on August 10th of 2010, I was baptized into Christ by Troy. And since then, I feel like my life has changed. I feel like there's somebody out there always looking over me, guiding me, and I never feel alone anymore. Counseling was probably the most important part because I had been alone in myself and holding so much in that being able to just let all that out was phenomenal. It felt like a weight had lifted off of me, like I was being pulled out of that hole that I got lost in when I was a child. And it really helped me find that direction in my life that I needed to push to be who I am today. You know, I was at one point on the wrong side of the law, and it was my dream to be on the right side, to help people who are struggling like that in their lives. After graduating salutatorian, I ended up getting accepted with a full ride to Schreiner University, and I graduated top 10% of my class. Honestly, I couldn't have made it through undergrad without Arms of Hope. Not only having somebody to support you financially, but having somebody to support you emotionally and mentally through that struggle was phenomenal. I ended up going to St. Mary's University School of Law, and I graduated this May with honors as 7th in my class, magna cum laude. I couldn't have found that purpose in my life without Arms of Hope. They all were so supportive through this whole entire journey, and I couldn't have asked for a better family than Arms of Hope.